Once upon a time in Fengyang County, there was a scholar who was about to embark on a journey to pursue his studies. Before leaving, he told his wife, "I'll be back in 6 months." However, little did he know that he would be gone for over 10 months without any news. His wife missed him every day. One night, as his wife lay down on the bed, she saw the bright moonlight shining through the window and into the room. It stirred her longing for her husband. Tossing and turning in bed, unable to sleep, a beautiful young woman dressed in a crimson gown and wearing a headpiece adorned with pearls, suddenly entered the room. She smiled and asked, "Sister, do you want to see your husband?" Startled, the wife quickly got up, and the woman invited her to come along. Fearing the long journey, the wife hesitated, but the woman assured her not to worry. They left the house together, and the woman held the wife's hand as they walked forward under the moonlight. After walking a few dozen steps, the wife noticed that the woman was walking very fast, and she struggled to keep up. She called out to wait, as she needed to go back and change her shoes. The woman helped her sit on the roadside, took off her own shoes, and lent them to the wife. Delighted, the wife found the shoes to be a perfect fit. They continued their journey with the wife following the woman's swift pace. Not long after, the wife's husband appeared riding a white mule. He was surprised to see his wife, and quickly dismounted from the mule, asking, "Where are you going?" The wife replied, "I'm on my way to find you." The husband inquired about the woman, but before the wife could answer, the woman herself said with a smile, "Let's not ask about that for now. It has been a night of hardship for both of you. Your husband rushed here overnight, and you have traveled far. My home is not far from here. Please stay for the night, and you can continue your journey early tomorrow." Seeing a village just a few steps away, the husband and wife agreed, and they entered a courtyard within the village. The woman called her sleeping maidservants to prepare food for the guests. She then suggested, "The moonlight is bright tonight, so we don't need to light any lamps. Let's sit on the stone benches by the flower terrace." The husband tied his mule to a large pillar near the house and sat down. The woman noticed the wife's shoes and commented, "My shoes might be too big for you, causing discomfort on the journey. When you return, you'll have a mule to ride. Please return the shoes to me." The wife thanked her and returned the shoes. Soon, food and wine were brought out. The woman poured wine and said, "Tonight is a reunion for you two after a long separation. Let this glass of wine be a celebration." The husband raised his glass and returned. Laughter and conversations filled the air, creating a joyful atmosphere. As the night went on, the husband and the woman became increasingly intoxicated, and their conversations turned flirtatious. The woman urged the husband to drink more, and he joked, "If you sing me a song, I'll drink." The woman agreed and played a pipa, singing, "At dusk, I remove my makeup." Outside the window, the western wind chills through the silk curtains. Listening to the banana leaves rustling, a fine rain falls, one wave after another. Where can I find leisure to chat with others? Gazing through the autumn water, still no sight of home, tears flow ceaselessly. The more I think of him, the more I resent him, holding my red embroidered shoe to divine my fate. After the song, she smiled and said, "This is a popular tune from the streets, not worthy of your attention. But since this style is in vogue nowadays, I thought I'd imitate it." Her words were flirtatious, and her demeanor even more coquettish. The husband became infatuated and could no longer control himself. After a while, the woman pretended to be drunk and left the table. The husband also stood up and followed her. After a long time, they didn't return. The maidservants attending to them were tired and fell asleep in the corridor. The wife sat alone, feeling embarrassed, angry, and frustrated. She wanted to leave, but the night was dark, and she didn't remember the way back. In her confusion, she stood up, intending to sneak a look at what the two were doing. As she approached the window, she heard faint sounds of intimate conversation between a man and a woman coming from inside the house. Listening closely, She recognized the affectionate words her husband usually said to her in bed, now directed towards the woman. She couldn't help but tremble with anger and sadness. Unable to stop them, she wished she could run away, even jump into a ditch and die. As the wife angrily stepped outside, she suddenly saw her younger brother riding a horse approaching. He dismounted and inquired about what was happening. The wife explained the situation, and her brother was furious. He immediately accompanied her back to the house. They found the door closed, and the muffled murmurs of romantic exchanges still audible from within. The brother picked up a large stone and smashed it against the window. The lattice shattered, and the stone flew inside. A voice from inside cried out, "My husband's head is bleeding. What do we do?" The wife, shocked, burst into tears and blamed her brother. "I didn't ask you to kill my husband. Now, what do we do?" Her brother stared at her and said, "You cried and begged me to come. I just helped you let out your anger. Now, you're defending your husband and blaming me. I won't be your servant." With that, he turned and left, leaving the wife bewildered. The wife woke up from her dream in shock. The next day, her husband indeed returned, riding a white mule. The wife was puzzled by this, and while talking about their dreams, they realized that both of them had dreamt the exact same scenario. They were astonished. Soon, the younger brother heard about the husband's return, and came to inquire. During the conversation, the brother said to the husband, "I dreamt of you returning last night, and today, it came true. It's really strange." The husband laughed and said, "Thank goodness I wasn't hit by a stone." The brother was curious, and asked about the meaning of the statement. The husband then recounted the dream he and his wife had experienced. And the brother was astonished to find that all three dreams matched. The only mystery was the identity of the woman in the dreams.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.